Comics have been used for many years to try to persuade people to accept a specific point of view. According to Schultz, comics were used to spread propaganda in post-World War II Germany. Jack Chick noticed the same concept from communist China after the war. They had seen American children loved comic books, and they found it a great tool for spreading their beliefs about communism. People who would not even read a newspaper article might find themselves enjoying a little comic book. If given enough information that looks like it could be facts, they are likely to believe what they read. This is what makes comic books a valuable tool for those who want to spread information quickly and easily. Cooch points out that comic books can be a tool used to present topics that may otherwise be hard to talk about, such as the Holocaust, and present it in a way that is interesting. With the same ability that comic books have of talking about hard subjects, they can also be used to get people to think about their future. What Jack Chick saw through communist use of comic books caused him to notice how valuable they were to spread the gospel. As Saunders talks about, Jack Chick took a stand on many issues that were very controversial. Anytime you take a stand for something, you will find that people will disagree with you. For that reason, many people have thought his material too hard to use. However, Jack Chick always tried to present as many facts as possible with everything that he put in his material. He never said anything out of hate. In fact, he always cared for and loved those around him, including those that he spoke about in his material and those that he was speaking to. His books were always done after much research and prayer. Because his work was so carefully planned out and prayed over, his booklets have always been extremely popular. According to David Daniels, a personal friend of Jack Chick for over 20 years, Chick Tracts are now available in over 150 languages. Phillips showed how Chick Tracts are a popular form of religious literature. They have continued to dominate the industry for tracts. There are cheaper variations of tracts available, but they are very wordy. Many times they turn people off because they are so hard to read. However, Chick Tracts are interesting, and this creates a booklet that people want to read. And this is due to their comic style. One of the things that sets Chick Tracts apart from other tracts is the amazing artistic ability that Jack Chick had. Even people who do not like his material for the controversial topics that he covered had to admit that his art is unmatchable, as Chazan pointed out. I've tried to copy Chick Tracts, but you can always see the difference between their artwork and that of Jack Chick. He had a unique style that was clearly and unmistakably amazing. According to David Daniels, Jack Chick was one who showed amazing abilities at an early age. He drew on anything and everything that he could possibly get his hands on. He proved that when you are given a talent and you work hard with it, you can use your talent for amazing things. Jack Chick was born into a family where the dad was a sign painter. According to David Daniels, Dad Chick would work very hard practicing the various shapes used in his sign painting. Jack Chick learned to work hard also, just like his dad. He attended college to become an actor. During his time at college, he was drafted into the military. He served his country well and became a sergeant before he was discharged in 1946. After he finished, he began going back to college, graduated, and was able to start acting. He met his wife while acting. In his book, You Don't Know Jack, Daniels talks about the changed man that Jack became. With his new wife, Lola, by his side, he went on his honeymoon. Lola had him listen to someone on the radio who quoted Isaiah 1:18. Now, and let us reason together, saith the Lord. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be white as snow. Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool. Jack Chick realized that he was a sinner. He realized that he could not be good enough to get himself into heaven. He knew Jesus had died for his sins. That night, he asked Jesus to save him. And from that point on, he was a changed man. With his new knowledge of Jesus, he wanted to make it known that there is a hope of heaven for anyone who will ask Jesus to save them by putting their faith and trust in his finished work. From this desire, Chick Publications was born. Like Jack Chick, I came to a place where I understood that I couldn't make it to heaven on my own because I have done wrong things and am a sinner. When I was 4 years old, I asked Jesus to save me. Chick tracts were something that were helpful for me to learn how to accept and love other people, not because of anything good that they have done or that I have done, but because Jesus loved them, and I should love them too. Chick tracts have been used many times by people who were ready to commit suicide, but found a chick tract, read it, asked Jesus to save them, and now they found a purpose for living. I interviewed David Daniels, and he confirmed that for me, that there are many, many cases where people have been rescued from committing suicide because of a chick tract. Chick tracts are not just for children. They are for people of all ages, and they have an important place in our world.